we are back ahead of the combine, talking about a guy that you might not have heard of that you should keep an eye on for this coming up weekend. Malachi Corley, fucking dog. The most interesting and fun highlight tapes that I've seen, because half of it's just trucking people. Dude's a tank. He's an absolute load, and he went to Western Kentucky. He's 5'11", 215. Now I'm not going to get all hot and bothered about some dude running over some dude who's not even on scholarship playing for Troy. No offense. But you could just tell the physicality that he plays with. He's played some pretty big competition too against Ohio State. He had 8 for 88 and a touchdown. So I love when players at smaller schools play those big schools and still ball out against top level competition. It's great. So who is Malachi Corley? Dude is a confident son of a bitch, but not arrogant. Kind of looking at these draft evals, you can find something you love about every single player, and you can start to convince yourself that every single player is the next Puka Nacua, and then you can find things that you hate about every single player. But I like to get into the details. We're getting into the whys. What motivates this man? What drives this man? Really good kid. Really good head on his shoulders. You can tell, works his ass off. Really loyal to Western Kentucky the entire time he was there. Came in as a defensive back recruit, so that's why he wasn't really recruited high as a wide receiver. And honestly, was just running a lot of people over. As you can see, just with some of these route trees, it's insane. This dude's just bouncing off people. And again, it's hard to translate physicality over to the next level, but this dude has it. I think that's why he's going to test so well this weekend. On at least the physical aspects, the 3-cone drills, and run a decent 4.4-ish 40. I think the scouts are going to love him. 11 games last year, 75 catches, 959 yards, 11 tutties. This dude can ball out. This dude can play. There's potential for this dude to run in the 4.3s. He was clocked at 23 miles an hour at one point on the whole GPS tracking device. Just an aggressive, hit the hole, hit you, run you over, catch it over the middle of the field, which I honestly sometimes, that's why I brought up Puka Nacua. I'm not comparing him to Puka Nacua. I think he's more of like a Golden Tate, Jayden Reed type. He primarily only plays in the slot, and he doesn't have a very good route tree, which is kind of the biggest things that people are going to knock for him, which is why I'm excited to see him run at the combine this weekend. Dude's a nightmare. Overall, dude's a nightmare. He even said himself, better craftsmanship of his route running is something that he needs to work on. I think that's why he's going to eventually drop and be a day 2 pick. I think he should be a day 2 pick. And this guy could fit in pretty much anywhere as a physical specimen. You don't have to worry about him not being ready for that level just because he played at a smaller school. But again, is it the chicken or the egg? What came first? He didn't really need to run all those extensive high-end down the field route trees at Western Kentucky. That's not what they wanted him to do. I love this guy. He's a yak guy, calls himself the Yak King. I'm not going to say Deebo Samuel, but he looks like Deebo Samuel out there. He's so fucking getting all hot and bothered by Malachi Corley. He runs a lot of screens. He's a physical dude. I mean, there's nothing much more to it. Dude loves football. Dude loves headhunting and hitting people. That's why he came into college as a defensive guy. Anyways, I'm excited to see this guy, Malachi Corley. Know the name for the upcoming draft, pumping out this content as we go into the combine, as we go into the draft, so we get to know the names, we get to know the players a little bit better. Also, check out Verse Fantasy below. All the descriptions of all of our social and the app that we have is below. NBA is live. One-man fantasy rosters against one other person. Please check it out in your state. We'll hook you up with some promo to get started, and there's a nice little referral bonus as well.